Recent figures suggest it is a condition feared more than cancer, and now there's a tour that lets people experience what it is really like to have dementia. The mobile Virtual Dementia Tour takes away people's primary senses, to let them experience the fear and frustration dementia sufferers go through on a daily basis. It is hoped the experience, which is based in a converted lorry with a tent attached, will show that a person with dementia is not challenging or aggressive. Dementia is a general term for a decline in mental ability severe enough to interfere with daily life, and the term includes Alzheimer's. Glenn Knight, Chief Executive of Training to Care, is planning to take the tour across the UK and said, "People experience absolutely everything that dementia sufferers go through. We put insoles into their shoes to represent peripheral neuropathy where the nerve endings die in your feet and in your hands. It makes people with dementia, elderly people, and especially people with diabetes walk with what's known as a shuffling gait. If you think about walking across a pebbly beach with no shoes on, that's pretty much what it would feel like. This is why people with dementia walk around with no shoes on, shuffle when they walk and constantly sit down, because they're in pain." Participants taking the tour also wear gloves to take away their sense of touch, and their sight is impaired, simulating macular degeneration and presbyopia, blurry near vision caused by loss of elasticity of the lens. Mr. Knight continued, "We give people a sense of macular degeneration, peripheral vision loss through glasses, and presbyopia, which happens to all of us after 40. Then we put sounds into people's headsets at the right volume for people with dementia because they hear at slightly higher volumes, but they also lose the ability to block out sounds. Add all these together, this causes the reaction of subvocalization, humming, laughing, shuffling gait, talking to yourself out loud, and talking about what you are thinking." He explained that when he says matching socks on the bed, on the tour, some people repeat the phrase 10 times before doing it, which is common for those with dementia. "People don't realize they're behaving this way because they can't visualize it themselves," Mr. Knight said. "Everyone is different, so some people will swear. We've had a nun say the F word twice and the S word once and walk out saying I don't even know those words." Mr. Knight hopes hospital trusts will host the dementia tour to increase awareness of people with the condition. Earlier this week, Dame Gil Morgan, chair of NHS providers, warned dementia research is lagging 25 years behind the progress made in cancer. The debilitating condition receives only a tenth of the funding of cancer, despite more people fearing dementia than cancer. She said, "Dementia is, in my view, the cruelest disease. It is a cruel disease because your family watch you declining, and they lose the person, but they keep the body. Studies show that dementia is now the most feared disease. It is more feared than cancer. It is the thing that people do not want to get when they are older. One of the things that makes it very difficult, is that we really are not fully clear what the biological causes are. If you compare it to cancer, and the knowledge that we have about the biology and genetics of the disease, cancer is probably 20 to 25 years ahead. Last year there were 850,000 people with dementia in the UK, and according to the Alzheimer's Society, there will be more than 1 million dementia sufferers in the UK by 2025. Dementia is the 8th biggest killer in this country, and it is the only disease that kills you, which has no cure," Mr. Knight said. "Within 4 years it will be the 4th biggest killer, and within 10 years number 1.